Not in my office, folks. Definitely not in my office. I am just waking up. I just brushed my teeth. I had to wait for my coffee. Everybody get your coffee. I know you guys probably missed me from yesterday. I'm sorry, but we drove through the night. We got back home, I want to say about 11 or well, Jonathan is an hour and a half away from here, so we dropped him off about 10:30, and then we didn't get home until about noon. And of course I talked to my aunt and I had to unpack some things. I did not unpack my big bag. I did some things around the house and literally went to bed. I got up around 3, looked at the clock, checked the emails, rolled over, went back to bed, and got back up at around 6, 7 o'clock and went back to bed at 10. That was my day yesterday. I was so tired and so exhausted. I just needed it. And I didn't even feel like getting up and going in and looking professional, a little bit professional with the office. I just said the hell with it, screw it. And ta-da! Ta-da! Good morning, everybody. Good morning to the coffee club. Sorry for having the bedhead. Literally, still haven't gotten out of bed. I did get out of bed. That's a lie. I don't want to lie to you guys. But I got some coffee, so I made a fresh pot of coffee this morning. I didn't even drink coffee yesterday outside of Starbucks. I just want to thank all the people, all my Starbucks fans in here that donated for the team and myself to have Starbucks. We thank you. I will tell you that the peppermint mocha is still on the menu. So my computer sucks. I can't get the blue-haired lady. I'm not going to call you old lady. Blue-haired lady. My computer, I can't do my memory cards. I've got a memory card reader. I just got to find the cord to it. I'm sure I've got one around here somewhere. But yeah, the computer, just like the last 2 trips have just done the computer. And the computer's still popping. I went to the black screen again last night. So anyways, anybody that's donating to my PayPal, I'm not moving any of that money. That money is specifically toward our wish list items. So we can crowdfund for the wish list item, just letting everybody know up front. If you guys donate to the PayPal, but PayPal's down, it's coming up right there. If anybody donates to the PayPal, all that money is going toward wish list items. All that money is going 100% to wish list items. Thought I'd let you know that. Right now, just for transparent. And I like it because it's transparent. At least you guys know where it's going and what's being purchased with it. I know that's a big deal for a lot of people. So I wanted to make sure you knew that. Hold on, I'll let you know what money's in there right now. Just so we're all transparent. Dun, dun, dun. And it's growing. I mean, it really is. So I already have in the PayPal $255.31. And that's going 100% toward wish list items. So we are doing a fundraiser, so to speak. I know some people have their opinions, but I don't expect one person to buy this. I'm putting my own money toward it. It's just ridiculous. But I mean, that's what people have nothing better to do with themselves but to talk about me and what I do on my end. So, at any rate, I'm already halfway there to my cell phone, the new cell phone. I am going to start converting to Mac products. I'm sick and tired of all the problems I'm having with Android products, with Windows products. So, Olivia has, she swears by Apple products. I have never used Apple products. I am willing to make the conversion. She is going to teach me everything I need to know related to Apple. So I'm perfectly fine. Her and I work well together. She doesn't live too far from me. As a matter of fact, she will be here tonight. We are working on some important stuff. Many of you guys know we had a Dudley interview. We're working on that. I have to say, guys, I don't care what anybody says. I love Dudley and his wife. They seem like they have just really been put through the ringer. They seem truly authentic, helpful. They're just amazing. What I did, it was a little upsetting because I released a video by accident that was supposed to be cut. I should have just deleted it. but I can't delete it now because it has 4,600 views on it in 4 hours. It kind of sucks a little bit. I didn't mean to. I wanted to cut the beginning portion of that out of the video and didn't. And but at the end of the day, his vehicle does stick out like a sore thumb. He knew that Don already knew that he at least showed us where his job site was. But he's far from being the mole we have in Tucker's organization that's that's texting us where, Don is working. So at the end of the day, we still have a lot of contacts, a lot of people that are working with us, a lot of people that are feeding us information in the Rogersville and Kingsport area. It's really good. We've made a lot of great connections and a lot of people that really do help us get the job done, so to speak. Roswell, thank you. Thank you, guys. Yeah, it's just time for the convert. I literally have problems with every Android and Apple product I get. It just never works the way I need it to work. And, my phone is finally good quality. I reset the phone settings, and I'm hoping that the stuff I did this weekend will download properly instead of giving me the error message or corrupting the file. We will see. I'm going to start working on that when I get done. If it does, if everything works out well and it is downloading now properly, then it was truly a setting that I must have set. And I went through all the settings to make sure I knew what was there. So I may have to download something, and hopefully I'll be able to get the rest of the products off the phone and I can clear it, because I am at max capacity on my phone. And I'm so scared that I am going to, when you start recording again, it'll start automatically erasing stuff in memory all by itself. And I can't afford to do that, because we have 3 cases or 4 cases of photos and videos on this phone. Not good, not good. So we want to make sure that everything's done properly and there's no issues whatsoever. So we'll see. I just heard the bones this morning. I don't know what's going on with that. I haven't heard or read any police reports or any other reports for that. We will see what all transpires from that. At the end of the day, we really need this poor baby found. We really need this poor baby found. There's no way if she walked off that she's survived this long. And everybody knows my personal opinion. I don't believe that that's the case based upon the interviews, eyewitnesses, and information I've received from the people closest to the Wells, not closest to them now, but previously prior to the summer going missing. We got some new information that was revealed to us, about Grandis and her side of the story. We're working on that now and to confirm it, but I don't want to go into any more about that until I get some more information. I'm curious to hear this Andrew and what he had to say. So if you can email me a link, please do. bullhornbetty@gmail.com. I'd appreciate that. I will have to send me the information of where he lied, but I'll have to look into that, because sitting around the table, I felt honestly, reading him and stuff, that he was being very truthful to us. Did he, and I'll say, if it's related to the drugs, I really don't care about the drugs. I can tell you, it doesn't look like they were on drugs. They did. I met his wife. I met him. Even if he may have had past drug relations, again, not my concern. My concern is the here and now, and where he was at the time. And everybody's saying, well, he can't keep a job. There's a lot of reasons why people can't keep jobs. Drugs does not necessarily need to be part of that. So I can tell you that based upon my interaction with Dudley, I believe him. I really do. I'm very ultra critical of people. He didn't have, he gave his analogy and opinion of what may have happened to Summer, which to me was completely off base. I don't necessarily think that it was a lie. I just think that, that's his opinion. This is what, based upon his information, about being released that the day before. And, he says that he's been jaded on some money. And I received some voicemails that, basically prove that Don did owe money. Don acknowledged owing him money on the phone. I heard it with my own ears. And that Don basically told him to F off. So those have been recorded. I'm waiting for the digital copies to come by email to go into the documentary. Olivia is coming over today so we can finalize the touches on the Dudley interview, and the Dudley interview will be released, I'm hoping, today. Jeez, my hair. Sorry, guys. I'm hoping it'll be released sometime today. If not, it'll be released tomorrow. We're talking about segmenting it out. So the Dudley interview, we're going to do probably, well, I guess today would probably be the teaser reel, the 1-2 minute trailer that is dispersed amongst the team. It is watermarked, but it's not. We receive a clean copy of that. Then Olivia posts on her site and the Dudley interview. So she's going to be posting that. She's giving me a crystal clean copy of that as well when she's done all the segments, so I can air it on the show without listening to the advertisements from the advertisements on YouTube. So I'll be receiving that, but I'm not going to be playing that on here for at least 7 days. That was my agreement that I made with Olivia. We're going to, for all the people that want to watch the interview, you will need to go over to the Chronicles of Olivia page to watch that once it starts getting released. But I'll let you know when it's released so you guys can go over there and take a peek. I will be running the clean copy on my coffee club within a week. But again, I do not want you to wait for that. I want you guys to go over there and watch it. It's just for capturing purposes and discussion purposes on our coffee club. Good morning, everybody. It is coffee club time. As many of you guys know, thank you, ICU. As many of you guys know, this is a drama-free zone. What does drama-free zone basically means? It basically means we're not going to attack each other and we're not going to attack other creators. We want to keep the focus on this channel to Summer Wells or the case that we are working on at the time. We work very, very hard. Does it upset us when creators steal our content? Of course. Does it? And it is copyright infringement. Okay, I'm not going to go dwell on it. We're working on certain aspects and we will be resolving that. It's not going to be an overnight issue. The only thing we can do right now is flag people, strike them, so to speak, and move on. If somebody steals content from my lives, I don't care if they're friendly. Nobody has asked me to use it. So I strike everybody, and I don't give them a 7-day warning either. I strike them. That's just my choice. It's my right. And I do that fine. So just for those out there, I don't mind sharing content because it really, at the end of the day, does come down to the cases. But I'm a very respectful person, and I believe in integrity, and I believe that you should reach out to the content creator and ask permission before you ever air anything. And this fair use is not understood by many people across Facebook, in my opinion. And I think it's violated a lot, and I feel bad for other creators. So all I can do is control what I release and what I am striking. But it's not that I don't like people and I don't want the content shared. I just think there's a responsible way to do it. And I think I think people need to have integrity and ask permission like they always should. So I'm not going to harp on that too much. So when we got to, this trip, we were in Knoxville, as many of you know. Everybody's like, oh, my God, you guys are in the wrong spot. No, we weren't. TBI is always open. We opted. The TBI, we opted for many reasons. I have explained those reasons in the past. I don't see any reason on explaining those reasons right now. I really don't. But we were in the right place. I did coordinate with law enforcement. We worked and coordinated most of the week with the state police. The state police was in front of DCS. When we pulled up, they were specifically there because of us. and making sure that we did not violate, because there are some children that go in front of there. We were going to protest in front of there. And then when the officer explained that he set us up a place out in the front by the road, we thought that that was better for two reasons. We did not realize that, children actually come to that CPS and, come to the CPS. We think it's almost like an office building. The way we think of it is CPS goes out to the people's places and stuff like that. Well, that's not necessarily true. We would never want to accidentally violate a child's duty to privacy, especially ones that are already having such a horrible time. They're involved in CPS and may have to go to the CPS office. And so exposing their faces and information on when they're already dealing with so much is not what we would ever want to do with our team. So we definitely thank you, ICU. ICU is awesome. She rocks out. She really does. I appreciate all my mods. Good morning, mods. Thank you so much for all your help. But the National Abuse Hotline for Children is right there. If you believe there is abuse, this is the problem I have. And I will truly express this. What upsets me the most is a lot of people, we're upset. I don't think JLR goes live. But I will tell him, I'll figure it out before he goes live. But I don't think oh, that's right. He did go live out in the field. I didn't even think about moderating people. I should have grabbed his phone and got some moderators hooked up on there. We will get that. We'll get all the kinks worked out for him. We really will. Anyways, we do coordinate with law enforcement, and I just want to say just a few things about this law enforcement. Law enforcement was very accommodating to us. They were very helpful, very knowledgeable. If any of you guys are asking me questions, I'm sorry, I'm really not paying attention to, I glance over every now and again just to see what's going on right there in the 1, 2, 3, like the 5 that I can view. So, when I'm talking to the screen, it's rolling up. So if you guys are asking questions, moderators, if you know the answers, please help the folks with their questions or whatever they have. If it's anything related to any other creator, if it's drama, I really don't care to deal with it. I really don't. I worked hard on this, and thank you. I worked very hard on the work we did out there. We are very exhausted, as you can tell. I mean, I don't think I've ever went live from my bed, but today I am. And as soon as I get off here, I'm probably going to go back to bed and rest and recuperate because, 6 days out there, up at the crack of dawn, going to bed really, really late, getting up at the crack of dawn, going to bed really, really late, being out there, walking, in the rain, searching abandoned buildings, searching abandoned barns, going on people, the farms and looking through the haystacks, just to see if there's anything in those haystacks and around those haystacks where we're going in the backwoods of Tennessee and the hollers of Tennessee, going through, just searching anywhere we could. We even went up to Warriors just to search there to see if there's any, signs of the clothing or Summer or anything. We obviously did not find Summer. We also heard that some bones were found. Ziggy was talking about those. The issue is with the bones is you never really know what bones you're going to find. Like with laundry, we found animal bones, a lot of animal bones in and around the area of where Brian Laundrie's body was. So, but we worked very hard. We got a lot of great content that's going to be coming out. We're going to probably release Dudley's interview into a few segments, but we really don't need to doctor that up. That's why we're releasing that early. Most of the stuff, as you know, takes quite a bit to release out, So Olivia's working on it. She's, she works from daylight to dark on this stuff, and I wish I could help her, but I know nothing about editing. I'm sure over the years, as we work closer together, I'm sure I'll be learning some tricks of the trade with that. For many of you that want to see what's on the wish list, you may do so. If you want to purchase something, if you're feeling philanthropic, and purchase something that we need on the wish list, by all means, please do so. But that's the wish list. Many people I've been finding, because all the little stuff was purchased already, as many of you guys know. Another person reached out to me and said, "Hey, I purchased everything on your wish list. You go look at it." And she was so proud of herself, and I was very thankful for her doing that. That uh, was very gracious, and we were very appreciative. I was completely floored that anybody would be that kind. All those little camera pens and stuff like that on there. I thought, one person would purchase this, one person would purchase that, but no, this person came in and purchased all. Let me know that she really loved the work that we were doing and that she was very grateful and gracious for it. And I have to say, I was pleased. And then, of course, I figured, and what I like about the wish list is you don't have to purchase from the wish list. Like, you can donate to the PayPal, and I can purchase it as the funds become available, so everybody can contribute. And it's almost like a crowdfunding. So but obviously the first thing I'm going to have to do, everybody knows, is get a new computer. I did find one. I'm hoping that it's still available when I have enough money, because it's like $800. Like I said, I try to really be cognizant of this money that's spent. So we'll see. It's on the wish list, though. Let's see here. I see a lot of people typing. Let me just go back up. Yeah, I did. I was aware that he posted those phone calls, but he called it snitching, and I don't understand how he called it snitching, because even Marissa knows she was the only person that stepped on the property. I mean, I'm pissed that Don is trying to file. I don't know if he filed an affidavit saying that we all stepped on, but as many of you know, I have no problem filing a lawsuit against somebody. I did it against Chris Laundrie. I will do it. I surely will do it against Donald Wells if he puts my name in an affidavit, a criminal affidavit, stating I did something that I did not. And people always say, why are you guys always recording? Recording protects us. When we're out in that field, having that recorder on all the time protects us. If an officer came here and said, they said you stepped on the property. No, I didn't. Here, I can show you from this point to this point. Not one time did I step on the property. And he would have just lied under oath and under penalty of perjury that he saw me step on his property. And I can prove explicitly that I had never stepped foot on that property, that I stayed on the public domain. If many of you guys know, if you know anything about our team, Jonathan, Olivia, and myself, we follow the law explicitly. We don't test the law. When an officer gives us commands and tells us to do something, we follow that. We do not ever. We respect law enforcement. We back the blue by us complying and working with law enforcement. We keep ourselves safe. We keep them safe. That is the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is doing our work the way we want to do it without being hindered by law enforcement. The only way we can do that is working with law enforcement to make sure that they are respected so that we are respected. And I believe we were able to accomplish that. This trip was an ultimate success. We got, a lot of people have Dudley. Oh, thank you. There's somebody that just became a member. Just welcome them, please. Patricia, thank you for becoming a member. We certainly appreciate it. And, we always appreciate the monthly support. Once I get down there, I will post it on here, but I'm still reading through some messages. We were very much, we had a very successful trip. We got Dudley interview. We got to meet some of the church folks out there. We delivered groceries to the church. There was a lot of poor people out there, and a lot of people that need, the food services that these food pantries that these churches provide. It's sad because they had an explosion in COVID in the area. And so it stopped a lot of people from coming into the church to collect food and things of that nature. And I hope, the people in and around the Beach Creek area do start going to their food banks if they need them. Don't wait until until you're out of food. We did drop off a lot of food, a lot of spaghetti sauce. We even dropped off some animal food, female products, things that we know cost money that are just needed. We are very thankful for Marissa for donating that to them. And, her heart is in the right place. We were able to donate to 2 separate churches, and we were definitely very thankful that we could be a part of that. We went back to Allie's house. Many of you guys know we went to Don's work. We did find Don's work. That is going to be coming out shortly. I'm working on my portion of the videos to release here in the near future. So those will be forthcoming. This was a work trip. This was fully a work trip. We had a nice lady. Her name's Sonia. She supports the Heels on the Ground initiative. She supports us individually. She came out there to TBI in that freezing cold weather to hold up signs. And she also came to the place that we were staying and dropped us off these beautiful shirts she created. She's just an amazing, gifted woman. We are so thankful for meeting her and having that connection. We also met Stinton, the soup, I guess. Oh, Stinton has the soup. That's what it is. Stinton has the soup. And I never heard of her before. And it was kind of funny because apparently she wasn't sure if she really liked us. I just talk the way I talk to people, period. I literally just throw it all out there. I don't care. And that's the difference between me. I don't care if somebody calls me a liar. I don't care. I'm not proving anything to anybody. Okay. I'm not here it's great to have you guys, but at the end of the day, I'm not really here for you. I'm here that you guys are my audience. You help us out a lot, with leads and stuff like that. And the reason why I come on here is because it's another set of people that can truly help make a difference, help us. Here we go. Help us, with the work that we're doing. And it's just it's a great platform to get a lot of information out to, about cases. And I know you guys are part of the team because you guys help us so much. You guys really do. You guys help us so, so much with information, feeding us tips, just, spreading the message, spreading our channels around. If you guys love this channel, please like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to be a monthly partner, please consider one of our membership options. I tell people I don't have time to roll out special memberships for all these things. If you're going to be a member of this channel, you're really just supporting us on a monthly basis. You're not really getting a whole lot of special privileges or benefits that anybody that's not paying gets. I just like making that disclaimer to you folks. I do it because it's got to be transparent. And then also on that is, eventually down the line, there's going to be some special things that, say the platinum members and the gold members are going to get that are going to be different than the silver and the bronze member. But right now, at this point in time, you guys are only supporting me on a monthly basis in this channel on a monthly basis with no additional privileges. So you need to make sure that that's okay with you before you become a member. That's what it's all about. Thank you. I appreciate it. I had to take Instagram off. My phone is completely to the hilts with, I had to take a lot of apps off. I am absolutely at max capacity, 512 gigs. Yes, I said that correctly. My Galaxy is 512 gigs and the memory is completely full. So, and I'm having problems. If I can just get the videos off without them looking corrupt, I will be comfortable in clearing out my entire phone, and we will start all over with 512 gigs. But I got to do some research after I'm off of the live. I've got a full day ahead of me. Olivia's coming over where it's a complete work day. It's going to be another exhausting day, but we have to get it done. So thank you. And for those, listen, Elaine, no, the answer is no, absolutely not. Okay. You're lucky I just seen this. I talk to the computer. I don't pay attention to the comments. Okay. So first of all, to me, that's insulting to me. It's insulting to my team. It's insulting to my integrity. It's insulting to my work that I do. I'm just going to say that if that was your intention, then you hit the mark. I will tell you, I don't deal with disrespect in my channel. I don't care how you feel about me or my team. So that's insulting to me. So, I will be monitoring you. And if you don't like this channel, you're more than welcome to leave. Nobody's forcing you to watch me. Nobody's forcing you to be here. And I want to say that to anybody that doesn't want to be here and does not like me. Nobody's forcing you to be here, right? You're choosing to. You're choosing to. So if you don't like what's going on this channel, please find another channel. I'm perfectly fine with that. It's not going to hurt my feelings. I sleep just fine at night. I sleep fine with every decision I make. Do I make 100% of the right decisions? All the time. Good morning, little Miss Sunshine. Are you a moderator? Did I moderate you? Let me see if I moderated you. Yeah, it's funny because I still learn stuff each and every day on here. It's funny. It's funny. Okay, your channel videos. There we are. We are live, and I got to watch my own advertisements. What the hell? All right. Let's see here. Probably by the time I look this up, you're probably going to tell me, yes, you are. There you are. No, you're not. Okay, there we go. I just added you. I just gave you your wrench. I've got a lot of wrenches in here. I'm very thankful that I got a lot of good moderators in here. I'm thankful and blessed for each and every one of them. I think you guys are right. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm not sure who's deleting legitimate questions, but if they're insulting questions, they're not really legitimate. I'm not doing it, but my moderators are really good. They know what I like. They know what I don't like. So if you feel that it was a legitimate question, I would probably behoove you to reword it. Just saying. There were old antique doorknobs, and it's like every time you turn one, they're the glass knob doorknobs, and every time you turn one, it would, and not all of them were falling off, but we coordinate like JLR. When he gets back, he's not a live guy, he just doesn't do the live. So when Marissa was going live, he'd go up to, he'd take a shower and work on editing videos and getting as you guys go to his page, you'll see that he has a different style of doing things. We all do. That's what makes it great. We all can release the same exact stuff and it would be presented in 4 different ways because we all do our content a lot different. It's from each one of our perspectives. So people watch it. So I find it very, very neat. So, he's up editing videos for his channel. And so the only way you can speak to him is go up to his room. Anyways, you turn the handle, the freaking handle falls off. It's like, boom, and you hear it hit the floor. It's like, oh my God, we're waiting for one of these handles to start shattering. And of course, it being our fault because that Halo Hospitalities people are just jerks. They're just jerks. I will never, if I ever see a Halo Hospitality on any property that I stay at in the future, I will not be staying there. I can tell you that. Like even the doors, like it had a pocket door, and the pocket door, when you pulled it out, was completely dusty. It looked like it had, like, somebody that cleans the house has never pulled that door out one time to clean it. It had dust and everything on it. It just wasn't a clean place. It wasn't really the best place for me. I didn't really care for the price of it. I thought it was entirely too expensive for 6 days. It was cute. I mean, on the face of it, it's cute. It had the nice countertops, the soft closed drawers and stuff like that. But when you start having shower curtains falling down, doorknobs falling off, pocket doors that are just not clean, windowsills that are just not clean, it's not my cup of tea. Not when you're paying the kind of money Marissa paid for that place. So thank you for the disclaimer, Safari. Thank you. Oh, thank you. So, I'd like to play it, but I don't even have my second screen up. I've got some content that I would play tomorrow. I promise I will start playing some videos for you of stuff that we saw. I'm going to try to get them downloaded into YouTube as they, I can do YouTube from my phone and upload them and get them, at least in the video so you guys can see them. We'll talk about them tomorrow. But today I didn't have time to do crap yesterday. I didn't have time to do crap at sleep. And that's what I did. Sleep and eat. That's what I did. So again, if you guys would love, please, hit the like button, join and subscribe to my channel, and share it. Don't keep me a secret. We talk about a lot of cases. We're out there in the field. We are field workers. We're investigative journalists. We are, to each their own, right? And there are just some creators out there that, like being in the comfort of their home and commentating and on the news and stuff like that. And they're more than welcome to do that. We don't want to dog them because everybody has their own style. Personally, Jonathan, Olivia, and myself are field workers. We like to be out in the field. We like going straight to the horse's mouth. We like the interviews. We like the hunt. We like everything that goes along with the kind of work and the creators that we are. We feel that we're truly blessed to be able to do that. We are truly blessed that TikTok, helped us get started and is continuing to support us. And now, we're very blessed that YouTube is also getting behind us and supporting us as well, so we can continue the work that we're doing. We're very, very much appreciative. I feel like YouTube, yeah, we have some problems with some YouTube creators and stuff like that, but there's always going to be that level that we deal with, and we are very much, we dealt with it on TikTok, and we're dealing with it on YouTube, and we will continue to deal with it with grace. In integrity. Sometimes, we kind of lose our cool, but that's just the human element. I try to stay out of the drama. As many of you guys know, I don't like it. It's just too much. It's just too much. I can't do it. So we try to keep it real and focused here. Sometimes I get on tangents in here, but usually they're good tangents going off into, the stuff with summer. What we did find out, those dogs out at the summer out at the Wells compound, the Dirty Wells compound, we found out weren't even Don Wells' dogs. Apparently, they're strays that he supposedly takes care of. I don't know how true that is. That's what Don told us. We still have open lines of communication with Don. People were trying to allude that we fed them and they got sick. That's untrue. That's absolutely not true. We were there. We went there almost every single day that we were there. We fed them only 2 days. We were there the next day. The dogs were fine. Actually, they were coming to beg us for food. It was so sad. They were jumping all over me, like, give me my treats. And we'd already left all the treats down. Don did confirm that he went and picked up the food and brought it up there, that, that he did accept our delivery of dog food and dog treats. So I'm really glad that, we were able to help him feed the dogs and, provide them food. And I know that he will put the dog food out for them. We know that they're fed. I think we bought them at least 1 month's worth of dog food. So we know, if nothing more, those dogs will be fed for at least a month, and they'll be fed well. And they got wonderful treats, bacon strips, little steaks, little sausages, just a bunch of little treats that they can get. The dogs were, I can tell you, very appreciative of the food and of the treats. They loved it. So, and again, we are happy that Don accepted our donation and is feeding the animals from that. So, let's see here. Yeah. Anybody has any questions, I will be getting to. I've been watching some of the emails that are coming in and trying to read them. I read just a tiny little snippet of some that from last night. I know that one of the people that watch here has been very agonistic. I can't even speak. Antagonizing. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, brain. Antagonizing. And I told her that, that's not how I work. And if you're going to be antagonizing, then I will respond to you last. I mean, that's just how I roll. Some people get offended by the way I act, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Again, I don't have time. When you're working and you're in the field, you don't have, it's the emails and stuff, unfortunately, are the last thing I look at. And I had to dump a lot of apps off my phone because I needed the space for my footage. So, yeah. Thank you. We love that. That makes my heart melt. It really does. Okay, so Safari's kind of managing here. All others, please don't use caps. Mods are only allowed to use caps, so please, if you guys can, let the mods. Sometimes the mods need to grab me. Yeah, yes, Kathy. We'll get it done. We'll get it done. I'm gonna go. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna be crowdfunding for a little bit on my PayPal. So those that are donating to the PayPal, 100% of those donations are going to wish list items for the team and for myself. I obviously need a new computer. Many of you guys know, if you guys have stuck around, the haters on there are gonna still dog me about my Venmo, my wish list and stuff like that. I really don't care. I don't care what people think or say. Never have, never will. The only thing I try to do is get as much information out to you guys. Obviously, I'm getting the support from the community, the YouTube community, as my membership and my subscribers go through the roof. I appreciate all the love and support that the YouTube community has given our team. I really do. It's been truly amazing. For those of you that want to support our team, but just don't want, you can support our team by going and purchasing Bullhorn Betty merchandise. You can buy shirts, hoodies. It's a cold time of year. Somebody had received their hoodie and said it was very comfortable, very warm. They loved it. It's good quality stuff. Some people are getting their coffee cup because they're the coffee club. We're here every single morning. I ordered my coffee cup as well. I'm still waiting for it to come in. I'm hoping to receive it. You guys will be one of the first people that knows whenever I receive the Bullhorn Betty Coffee Club edition of a coffee cup. But there's so many ways to support and to support our team, to support me, and to support this channel. So we just, if that's the way you feel and you do want to do something to support us, there's so many ways. Even feeding us tips, feeding us, watching other people's lives, feeding us information, that way. There's just so much to do. We really are fully a team. We really are a family. You guys are part of that. And we love and thank every single one of you for that. I can tell you the whole entire team is literally exhausted. Like you got to understand, everybody keeps, well, I shouldn't say everybody. I always say everybody, but the haters, they always go out there and try to manipulate. I mean, that's what they do. They manipulate the situation. Oh, it's a vacation. They're having fun. They're da-da-da. We're not, this stuff is emotional. There was a lot of times that people on the team broke down. We were dealing with a 5-year-old girl. We're feeling a lot of, things out there in the field. The more information we find out, the abuse that we hear that happened, and not just to Summer. We heard that there was abuse to the boys too. We talked to workers. Did we get Don fired from his job? We got him fired from one builder. It's not the end of the world. He wanted to play games. He's been telling us for literally weeks he wants to meet with us, wants to talk with us, meet him here at this secret location. Don't bring the film. Don't do this. Don't do that. Then he wakes up the next day and doesn't want to have anything to do with us. He wants us to meet us at, get up at the crack of dawn, 4:30 in the morning, to go meet him at the Wendy's, over in the next town, and then doesn't even show up after we've been sitting out there for 2.5 hours. You don't play games with our team like that. We will find you and we will interview one way or another. You can either do it respectfully or we will just, we know what we're allowed to do. So you wanted to play games with us. You pushed your card a little too far, and we wanted to see you. We wanted you to hear us out. We even gave you an opportunity to step out, told you we would leave your job site. Like, you didn't have to get fired from that job. You could have just walked out and talked to us like you were supposed to. You told us you would do it, and you were playing games, and he paid the price for playing those games with us. So, people are going to say, I can't believe you did this to him. He's listen, I give him opportunity to speak with me. I'm not a mean person, but if you keep duck bobbing and weaving me, you look guilty. I'm going to treat you as such. You want to tell me this idea that, these dog trails, I keep asking the same question with the dog trails. Don has admitted to me on the phone he never even knew these dog trails existed. So if he didn't know they existed, how would anybody else know they existed? That's one question I have. The other question is, if somebody was on the property to snatch Summer, that's what he's alleging, where the hell would they park the car? Where? If they're driving, I mean, there's no median on the side of the road that you can park your car. There's no way you can pull, there's dips and there's no place for the car except on the driveway. There's no place for it. Everything sticks out like a sore thumb. Even when we're on the side of the road, there's no place for us to park. We literally got to pull up into a road and pull over to the side of that road. And we're still blocking the road, but it's off it's off Beach Creek, it's off Beach Creek. But there's no way to park anything and park your car there for an untold amount of time without sticking out like a sore thumb. That's why when we were out there, the neighbors would run out and talk to us and flag us down, drive down Beach Creek and flag us down to talk to us because they knew we were there, because you can't miss the vehicles. It's crazy. It's crazy. Good morning, all. If you guys haven't gotten your coffee, please go get it. Oh, great. I hope it looks good. I haven't gotten mine yet. I think you ordered yours first, so mine should be coming in any day. Mine should be coming in any day. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So guys, hit the like buttons. If you guys like the stuff that we're doing, you like this channel, you like the coffee club, please take the time and graciously go and like this channel, like this program that we're having today. I'd really appreciate that. We're ranked based upon those. It's not really necessarily about ranking. I'm not going to push it too much, but it is nice to receive, and this is the best kind of gift you guys can give, which is pushing the page and getting the message out there. So we really do appreciate that. Please, consider hitting the like button, share button, and subscribe. If you're feeling like you'd like to support us on a monthly basis, please consider joining the channel as a member. That would be really awesome. So all the members out there, if you guys would like, again, there's not really a whole lot that is being provided to you as a member, as just being a normal subscriber. You're not really getting anything. You're just providing to us on a monthly basis. And I just want to make sure, excuse me, I'm hiccuping. Would that change in the future? Possibly. I'm still working on a lot of stuff. I'm still considering rolling out. There's still a lot of things that I'm considering doing related to Bullhorn Betty. I just haven't had the time to strategize and implement, so to speak. So, as we get downtime, there's so many cases out there. It's hard to find downtime because we're researching new cases, because at the end of the day, it's not about necessarily the cases that are in the spotlight. It's about the cases we can help. We want to help people. We want to help cases. We want to help victims. And we got to find the ones that fit for us to help. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Trying to read through some of these questions to get back. What is it? I have no idea what the next case is. I have no earthly idea. We still have to wrap up Summer Wells. And even wrapping up Summer Wells is not wrapping up, so to speak, that we stop working on it. We do a lot of, heck, you guys seen how much behind the scenes stuff we did before even going out there, with the mail campaigns and, the email campaigns. And, we talk to law enforcement and send them information, and all this stuff that we are doing has a purpose, but we don't necessarily have to be in Tennessee to do it. The only things that we have to be in Tennessee to do is the interviews. We like to be face to face with people. It's okay. Some people like being, doing it virtually, and I'm fine with other creators doing it virtually, you know, with these folks. That's how they do it. That's how they do it. I personally like to feel that person's vibe. I personally like to see that person's body language. I personally like to see, you know, because I feel whether they're lying to me or not. Am I 100% all the time? Of course not. Nobody is. Nobody is. But it brings up that ability so much higher than saying virtually. You know, it's that personal vibe you get connecting eye to eye in person, you know, and feeling that. And that's what, that is what we have to do. It really is. For me, at least for me. Again, we're not going to be feeding into the drama. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Again, Chronicles of Olivia will be releasing that stuff. I'm going to be getting a trailer from her that I will bring to you. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. She is. And in my opinion, she is. We're giving them the opportunity to, come, not necessarily come clean, so to speak, but giving them the opportunity to speak to us. You know, we have huge platforms, primarily on TikTok. We're building our platforms here on YouTube. People want to know what happened. And I can tell you, based upon the interviews that I've seen of Candace, she is exhibiting, and I know many people picked up on this through Chris McDonough, picked up on it. She's exhibiting a lot of PTSD type symptoms out there at that water hole. Hunter has never been the same since the day they were at that water hole. To me, those are, you know, saying stuff. Now we have a friend of Grandis coming out with what Grandis told her that day or the next day. It was one of her best friends. It's like, you know, the story, something happened that day at that water hole. You know, something happened to Summer, and she didn't get medical attention when she needed it. You know, what happened thereafter? That's where we're at. So, guys, I'm going to play a little clip for you guys. This is a clip that many of you guys have seen before. I want you guys to see it again. This was one of my first thoughts before ever going out to Tennessee. So I'm just going to run it and I'll be right back. So as we're watching Dr. Phil and getting an insight on Summer Wells, you know, we're paying close attention to every piece of words that are coming out of their mouth. We're paying attention to their body language. We're paying attention to every little detail. We're going back. We're fast forwarding forward. We're rewinding back. And so go ahead and shoot that. So Don Wells on here says the first thing he thought of when he realized his daughter was missing is that she was abducted. That was his very first thought. My question is with that, all that greenery, all that trees, all that whole vast land, your first inclination would be that she was abducted? Not that she was lost, not that she went out and played and fell asleep somewhere, you know, in a tree, something. Your first thought was she was abducted. And he says that multiple times, that's his first thought, is that she was abducted. My question is that would have been my first thought, first and foremost. Secondly, why would that have been his first thought? Was he threatened by somebody that he owed maybe money to, that if he didn't pony up, something would happen to his family? If he didn't owe any money, why would that be his first thought? The wife, Candace, has failed and actually got up out of the interrogation with the human lie detectors. The two gentlemen that were there, you know, reading body language and everything else like that, which was a little suspicious because, you know, you're here to try to find answers for your daughter. And especially if you think she was abducted, your first thing would be, you know, selflessness. You're not worried about yourself. You throw everything on the table to save your child. And somebody asks a tough question and you break down and get up and don't want to talk about it and take your microphone off. This is not conduct of people that had nothing to do or don't know anything. Secondly, it was apparent that Don Wells may have been at work during the time. So why is the wife half, Candace, so upset about stuff? To me, just this little bit I've previewed thus far, I believe she knows a hell of a lot more than she's saying she knows. I think Don now knows that she may have been involved, and that's why he's having some body language, eye blinking pattern issues. But if he was not there at the time she disappeared, I think the mom knows exactly what happened to Summer Wells. So again, those were the initial thoughts that I had based on preliminary work we did before ever stepping foot in Tennessee. And, a lot of that stuff, we went out there. A lot of people don't understand. We went out there with open minds, because when we have to formulate our opinions prior to going out, and then what we do when we're out is we either prove or disprove our opinions, and our opinions and experiences evolve and change. So based upon the information that I was getting on this side of the screen before going out there, those were my thoughts. And I like telling those thoughts because, in some cases, that thought pattern changes. For example, with Crystal and Kylan, we had, 5 main people that we thought were primary persons of interest in the case. And so we established that these are the people that we feel are responsible. When we went out there, those persons of interest changed. They changed. So it's like, a couple of them still stayed at the top, but many of them fell to the bottom. And we had 6, I believe, when we went out there. We ended up coming back with like 35 names, persons of interest. It was crazy. We kept adding to our list, not removing people from our list, which kind of sucked. But at the end of the day, by giving that initial thought, you see that we do our due diligence and we actually change our opinions based upon the facts that we find out there in the field. Here, we were very intensely, a lot of people had pounced on this case early on. We were intensely watching, the information, we were able to see that. And I was able to formulate an opinion fairly quickly. I was hoping that my opinion was not true. However, so far, everything that I've seen, even based upon, the lack of the parents providing, speaking to me, we very rarely have parents that don't want to speak to us and want to hide from us and play games with us. That never bodes well with me. We have a great team. If we can say anything about our team, is that when we set our mind to do something as a team collectively, we always hit our target. We went out one day to find where Don Wells was working, to speak to him face to face, because he was playing games with us. We had no earthly idea where we were going. We had people helping us, 2 primary people, 1 person we don't know, 1 person we do know, that was guiding us to find him. But we always hit our mark. We always hit our mark. I don't know how or why, but God guides us. And when we set our mind to do something, we accomplish the mission. This was a mission for us. Every time we go out on a case, it's a mission for us that we strategically plan. Do we have some mishaps? Of course. But it's all about overcoming those mishaps and continuing with the mission and continuing to achieve the objectives we set out to achieve. We need some more likes, folks. Need some more likes. Go in there and like it. So let's see. I'm going to have to skip through a lot of stuff and just go down to the bottom. I'm getting far behind. So it's being stated. Hold on. Let me move up here. I'm not sure if all that's true. Again, comes back to that thing, telephone. So what we found out is it was the day before. It was actually June 15th that he showed up on the job site in the Subaru, not the day of. And the information I found was that he went to work that morning. However, knocked off early and wasn't really seen since. I don't know if he went back to the job later to come back to the house. I don't know how it went, but there's quite a bit of time that is missing from his work schedule that he said he was at work when we can't confirm that he was. So, and that was actually in the afternoon versus in the morning. We heard it was a normal morning. He was there on the job like he was supposed to be. That's the information we found. I don't know if that helps you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. My pal Sal must be in the room. He's 7 to life. Hello, everybody. If you guys have not had an opportunity to go get your coffee, I'm asking you now, take a few minutes, go fill up your cup of joe. I have learned since I'm doing this coffee club to bring, so I don't have to leave. So I don't have to leave you guys alone. You guys are not safe with your own devices. I cannot leave you guys alone by yourself in here. I just can't. So what do? I bring my coffee in here, bring my sweetener in here, and then I stay. Is it the best thing? No, because I can probably drop my coffee on this computer. What did I just drop? Oh, memory card. Many of you know I love my thermos coffee maker. It's actually not a very expensive coffee maker at all. It's made by Mr. Coffee. I think, yeah, Mr. Coffee, I believe. I don't remember. I think it's Mr. Coffee. Anyways, I love it. It keeps my coffee warm. Like if I make a pot of coffee, it literally keeps it warm all day long, 8 hours. And it doesn't overcook it. Like it doesn't have the burner plate on it. It cooks it, coming out with the hot water into the thermos. And then the thermos stays locked and closed and it keeps it warm. There's no burner plate on my coffee maker. So it never gets that, 8-hour taste. It tastes like a fresh brewed coffee all day long. It's awesome. If you guys like coffee as much as I do, I recommend you investing in a thermos coffee maker. I love mine. Anybody with information, we're not talking about speculation. This channel is growing. People are watching. I know there's a lot of people from Tennessee that are watching because they know we're in town. They know me by name. I mean, even the neighbor, when he came down, he's talking on the phone with somebody. He's like, yeah, it's Bullhorn. Like people know me in the streets, right? They know Bullhorn Betty's in town. I think that's a good thing, not a bad thing. But, everybody in the community knows. So I know there's a lot of people here that are watching from the community. If you legitimately have information, not speculation, information about Don and Candace's whereabouts that day, if you guys seen them driving down the road, if you remember the time on June 15th, 2021, and you haven't spoken to law enforcement, please reach out to 1-800 TBI Find. That is the best way to get your information to law enforcement. This baby has been missing for over 7 months. It's sad. We're starting to raise funds now for a trip. I know we said we're not going back to Tennessee. I just don't see our team not going back to Tennessee at some point. So obviously we can't disclose anymore when we're going, where we're going, how we're going, what we're going. So we just have to have a running pool. I don't do GoFundMes. Maybe that might be a strategy that I use later, but I just never had the need to do a GoFundMe. I leave that to the people, that have lost ones that need, for burial expenses and things like that. I don't really know much about GoFundMe. You guys know I don't know much about any of this crap. I really don't. I utilize it for to help victims. I learn stuff new every day. I'm not. This is not my primary purpose to be on here. Jonathan Lee Riches is very good at what he does. As many of you know, he's just now getting his channel up and running. For all those that just joined, thank you. Go get your cup of coffee. You guys are part of the coffee club. We love to sit here and just chat about the cases. I'm so exhausted from our trip that I'm not even going into the office. I usually run some clips to show you what some of the stuff that we did. I'm not going to be able to do that today because I'm not getting up. I'm in bed. I'm going to stay in bed most of the day today. I'm going to work on some things. I shouldn't say most of the day. Olivia's going to be over here this afternoon. She has a breakfast engagement with one of her friends at 11, and then she'll be over here, and we're going to be working into the night tonight, getting some stuff out. So, and I'm up so early. So I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to yawn in your faces, but I'm exhausted. It was a long trip. It was a successful trip, very successful. The trip was very, very successful. We hit our mark. And we were able to donate food to the pantries. We were able to look and try to look at abandoned sheds, abandoned homes, underneath their homes. We were out in the pouring rain and 30-degree weather, searching for this baby. Obviously, we did not find her. We don't know where she's at. I personally believe that the parents know where she's at. I personally believe that she's not that far from their house. That's just my opinion. Based upon the information I've received, it may not be everybody's opinion, and we're all entitled to our own opinion. That's my opinion. My opinion is something happened down there at the water hole. They didn't give Summer the proper medical attention she needed at the time, which caused her to pass away. And I believe that Candace called Dawn for assistance. I believe Dawn assisted her. That's what I believe happened. They couldn't save their daughter, and they decided to concoct this story that somebody came on their property and took her. That's my opinion. That's based upon information I received. You don't have to agree with the opinion. I'm fine with that. I really could care less. That's my opinion. That's based upon a lot of interviews, a lot of information that I've received, and I based it upon that. So, and mods, I do understand I have spies in here, but that it doesn't really matter where they come from. It really doesn't. I don't care if they're spying on me. At the end of the day, it's about Summer Wells in this case. And we keep it drama free in here. So if they're not stirring up, and in honest rage, you're more than welcome to be here. We welcome you. But however, I will tell you this: you start stirring up, crap you start stirring up drama in my channel, I will block you myself. I don't play that. There's plenty of drama channels out there for that garbage. This is not it. Hell, even on one of my other when I do a live that's not part of my coffee club, maybe we will address drama and other stuff like that. But in my coffee club, these people are told that this is a drama-free zone, and I plan on keeping it just that. We talk about the cases, and only the cases. We try to keep, people and other creators out of it. We try to keep it a nice, clean day because it sets the tone for the rest of our days, right? So we want to have fun. We want to enjoy ourselves. We want to have some laughs. We want to talk about the case. We want to get sped up too. So I have no problem with you being here. I will tell you, conduct yourself accordingly, please. That's my only request. I'm sure at some point, yes, Rainy, I'm sure at some point we will be returning. We are, we are always needing to go somewhere, right? We've got some cases here in Florida that we're looking into that are right in our own backyard. I mean, every single state. I wish we could, have like a boot camp for people that want to get involved, right? That we show them the tricks of the trade, tell them to go out so we can have all these different little, places in each of these states so we don't have to travel so much. But that's hard, right? Trying to teach people what is hard. They either get it or they don't get it. And when you're dealing with people's lives, it's almost sometimes in some cases, you just have to handle it yourself. And so it makes it difficult, but we love for the people that are really have their heart into these cases and really are trying to help and have an investigative background. We love to coordinate with you guys. It's all hands on deck when it comes to a 5-year-old missing baby. All hands on deck. I will tell you, there was some controversy over us going to the church. There's no controversy in praying. Everybody knows I'm a religious person. We went there to find out about the church. We didn't bother any parishioner there. We didn't ask any questions to the people there inside. We actually went there to see the church, to hear the message. I was supposed to be there. I can tell you that. God drove me there to hear the message. Many people know I'm a liberty person, and the messaging that day was all about religious liberty. It was right up my alley. It was a message I needed to hear. We prayed. right along. We got on our knees right along with everybody else in that church. We prayed. We listened to the message. We did not walk up to anybody and ask them about Summer, ask them what they knew. We didn't do that. We went there to check out the church. to pray. Yes, Robin Lane was there. When we walked in, she was up on stage singing hallelujah. She sat right next to Olivia's mother and spoke to her. She was just a very kind person. The sermon was great. I walked up to the pastor after the church was over and shook his hand and said, that was a really great message. I really did enjoy visiting your church. We got, a visitor's package, which included a beautiful coffee cup right here, a booklet about Jesus, a pen, some fresh honey. It was nice. And I've got nothing bad to say about that. A lot of people, and that's another thing, a lot of people speculate this church is involved in the disappearance of Summer. I don't believe so. We didn't talk to anybody there, so I've got nothing to dispute the claim. I've got nothing to dispute the claim. It's just my opinion, just based on my gut and the fact that I was there and the vibes that I received. I don't believe that church had anything to do with it. I don't believe Robin Lane had anything to do with this poor child. I truly believe her heart is in the right spot. Why she's going up there and hanging out with Dawn and Candace, I don't know, but she's a religious person. And religious persons love to pray for people, especially people that are struggling. And whether they had something to do with their child's disappearance or not, I have to believe that they are struggling. And she is probably being compelled by God to go out there and pray with them and watch over them. Hey, Joe Mama. Good morning. I don't know. I don't know the reason. I don't need to know the reason. She's a grown woman that makes decisions for herself. I can only tell you what my opinion is of the situation. Oh, good. You're Aaron. You're right over the bridge. You're very close to me. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. So here's the deal. Many people don't know. We were in contact with Tim Mullins. We had a lot of questions. He he agreed to meet with us. We didn't hear back from him. We were in the area. We decided to stop by. And it wasn't until later Jonathan forgot that he was communicating with him on Messenger, the Facebook Messenger. And it was after we had stopped by Tim's house that he had wrote earlier, that we found out he had wrote earlier and told us that, he had this photo shoot of a house and we just didn't get it. So a lot of people, again, jump straight to conclusions about this, that, or the other. I can tell you when we got to his house, we were actually surprised that he's living at his mom's house. A lot of people say, well, maybe he's there to help her and da-da-da-da. Look. I've got family. I had a grandpa that lived out in Mayaca City. None of our family members lived in the house with him. He actually came to our house at one point when he got worse and lived in our house so my mother could take care of him. I don't know. I would assume that if his mother she seemed like she was taking care of herself just fine. She can walk, she can talk, she can open doors, she can cook, she can clean. So I just found it odd that this gentleman is living at home and with his mother. And, some of the questions we had, he kept, at the beginning, when Jonathan was reaching out to him, talking about meeting with us, Jonathan reached out to him like a week before to meet with, to start working on coordinating this meeting with Tim. And Tim at first was trying to blow him off and stuff like that. Jonathan's very persistent. So he actually did agree to meet with us and he'd tell us that the day would be kind of a little off. So we were monitoring it. But Jonathan, like I said, we were so busy out in the field. We were right around the corner. We were at another location and we're like, oh, he's only 5 minutes away. Let's just pop over there and see if we can chat with him. And he was at doing a photo shoot. His mom was a really nice lady, very well spoken, just a sweetheart. And she did speak with us. She was very kind, and we were very respectful back. Of course we were. Of course we were. Yeah, but she was still nice. She was still nice. Hi, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So, for those that have not gotten their coffee yet, please do so. Oh, okay. Yeah, we were out there working on Kathleen Moore. Uh, let's see. You guys, they could be animal bones for all we know. We were out at the Bryan Laundry case, and we were out there at the Myakkahatchee Creek Environmental Park, and we found a lot of bones in the woods, a lot of bones, and we had to start learning about bones very, very quickly because we were calling law enforcement so much to report these bones, and they were animal bones. So we ended up starting to download both because once you're out there, there's no internet service, so you have to have the stuff downloaded as almost pictures. Sorry, guys, it's been difficult trying to live stream from your bed, but I'm not going into the office. I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it. So, but there's animal bones. So we actually had to download different animal bones. What are the most notable animal bones out there? We had to look at gator bones. We had to look at deer bones, hog bones. There was just a lot of stuff, panther bones, things of that, like anything that was out there. We needed to have those bones downloaded, the bone sizes, the bones broken apart as they make the bone animal, the skeletal animal. So we can quickly, put this bone up there and say, oh, it's this bone on this animal. We can know whether they were human bones or animal bones. I can tell you human bones are by far much, 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 much larger than animal bones. Our vertebrates are bigger. Our arm bones, the two arm bones are much bigger. Our femur bones, it's a much larger. Even when we find bones that look like they could be human bones, when you get there in person, they're much smaller, and you know that they're definitely not a human bone. But it would be a lot more difficult, say, for a child bone, because deer bone, a deer bone, like a leg bone for a deer, could actually almost mimic visually by eye as a human, a small human bone. So there is that possibility. So it is the backwoods of Tennessee. Just because you find bones doesn't necessarily mean it's a thing. It could be animal bones. Most people know what animal bones look like. This is a hunting area. People hunt wild boar. They will hunt deer out there. So it could be a number of bones. Does it necessarily mean that it was summer? I don't know. I'd have to think if they called it into law enforcement and it's not breaking news by now, then it's probably more so in line with being animal bones as opposed to skeletal remains. Deborah, I don't know if we are or not. The team hasn't discussed it. We are discussing possibly going to Tennessee at some point. I don't know if it's going to be next month or not. I don't know if it's going to be, in a few months from now. I can tell you that it takes a lot out of us to do this case. So, we were just in there in December. We're back in January, and for us to go back in February just might we might not be able to do that. But we are planning on and considering going back at some point. We will see. But even if we do decide to go back, the bad news is we can't really disclose when or where we're going. I mean, we just can't. It becomes YouTube has created this culture that it's okay to put people in danger, and we have to protect ourselves against that. And at the end of the day, we already put ourselves in enough danger just being out here doing these cases, that we can't add any additional level of danger onto us. So we have to be ultra secretive, and the people that support us, especially financially, have to trust us. So we hope that we have the support, and when we say we need to go somewhere and we need to crowdfund, I hope those that have the ability to support and help us crowdfund will do so. The only thing we can let you know is what case it's about. We can't let you know when we're going or where we're going. I can tell you that once we raise enough money, we'll be out and doing our work. But many of the people that do support us know that when we go to these things, we truly do work. It is a working. This is what we do, and it's not a party. Some people like these personal meet and greets, and making it about them, and we make it about the victim, and in most cases, the victim's families. Okay. Precious has spoken. I'm just going to let you guys know the trolls that are in here. If you're causing, I'm not paying really a whole lot of attention. So I trust my moderators. If you're being disrespectful to me or the team, or you're being disrespectful to other creators, you will be booted. We do what we do. We do not ask permission. We do not need your permission to do what we do. If you don't like it, you don't like it. I don't care. I mean, many people just don't understand. I don't care. I don't care about others' opinions of me or what I do. I don't care. So you can come here and watch me. I'm fine with that. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Nothing that you can say or do to me is going to affect my mission. It's not going to affect what I do, and I just don't care. Love me, hate me, I don't care. You know, the people that I have that are part of this, even the people that support us and are here every single day to support us, those are the only people I care about. They really are. They're part of the team too. They're part of the family. We are fighting for justice, and anybody in here that doesn't have that same mindset can leave. I don't care. I don't care about my numbers. I don't care about my likes. I don't care about my subscriptions and memberships and stuff like that. Those are things that are there to help support us, but I don't care about them. At the end of the day, it's about the victim. And that's why people flock to our channels. So, people like the unedited raw version. They don't mind me telling people to go F themselves. So if you guys want to keep it clean in here, please do so. Good morning. Oh, you're okay, Teresa. Good morning. I hope you got your cup of coffee. Oh, thank you. That was sweet. I gotta quit drinking milk. I started putting some creamer. Oh, thank you. Thank you. We love Emma. I try to think so too. I try to think that we have created a niche market that nobody that only I shouldn't say that we've created, right, but not too many people have mimicked it. Most people are solo. This is something very new where we've actually coordinated a team with many different gifts and put them together to go out here and find answers. Most people, they don't really have the team, they have themselves. We are a team, so we like it. It's pretty neat. Everybody has their strengths, they have their weaknesses. We are able to get out there and utilize. Jonathan is amazing with his line of questioning. He stays focused with that. He's very, very strategic and specific when he's doing his line of questioning. He knows the information that is needed. We don't get caught up. If you ever hear him interview, he's very to the point. He has very specific things that he likes to discuss. So, If you guys are rude, again, this is your final warning. I just blocked somebody out of here. I I will tell you that you guys can have your opinions. I don't care to hear. I don't if they're negative. I don't really care to hear them because it's not going to affect the work I'm doing. It's not really isn't going to affect the work that I'm doing. Again, I don't ask permission to do what I do. I don't need people out there in YouTube land giving me kudos or dogging me. I don't care. It is about what we think as a team is the strategic path forward. People help us achieve those goals. That's it. A mission is a mission. That means we don't get discouraged by whether people like the mission or don't like the mission. My pal Sal, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? So, guys, we're going on 1:30. As many of you guys know, I am. He's not Big Mike. He's not. He's not permanently fired, but he is fired from that particular builder. So that means he still has the ability to make work for himself. I'm surprised that Tucker still has him employed. I would think Tucker would have been done, with his nonsense, but clearly Tucker has not been affected as much. But I will tell you, if I was somebody that hired a contractor to build a house or whatever, and I found out that they hired a person with a 40-year criminal background and a violent background. Now, remember, 40 years ago, he was beating women. He was just convicted again of beating women back in October of 2020. His daughter is missing. He's a primary suspect in his daughter's disappearance. If I found out that a builder had that kind of guy working next to my children, working next to me, putting me at risk, putting my children at risk, I would be through the roof. I would literally be through the roof. So we will be exposing these builders that hire him. We will. I don't know if I could live with myself if he decides to go off his rails and decides to run, see a crowd of people crossing the road or children and just decides to run them over. I mean, I don't know if he will do that. I don't think he would. Let me just put that out there. I don't think he would do that. But think about how horrible it would be that I knew that this bad person was working around children and a child was hurt because this bad person was working around the children, and I could have done something to prevent that. Exactly. That's it. That's it. I'm not being rude to anybody. I'm telling you I don't care about your opinion. That's not being rude. It's being, assertive and direct. So we're just not playing. And I'm not going to keep going into the same things that I talk about over and over again to appease the haters in here. I don't care what you guys try to throw in here. Oh, my background. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Please start coming up with something original and new. Please. Because it's not effective. It doesn't even upset me. Like, I just think you're stupid. Seriously. You clearly don't do you obviously don't have an investigative background because you could be able to find your own damn answers about my past just by doing a little bit of research. I agree with you, Kelly Sue. I agree with you. But, I'm sorry. You have to have somebody like Don Wells could literally destroy a business. could literally destroy a business. I don't know, for a risk aspect, there's I ran businesses. I had my own business. I still have a business. I still have two businesses, as a matter of fact. And you have to weigh risks. Are these the risks that you're willing to take for the sake of your business? You have to. And I'm not sure that Don is worth the risk of the reputation of the business. Reputation is everything in construction. When you start having a reputation of hiring criminals and to think about how horrible it'll be if and when Don and Candace are arrested for the disappearance of their daughter, Tucker's is probably going to go under. You had a freaking criminal that buried their daughter or did something to their daughter. Those are kind of risks you can't take, whether he did or did not do. Those are risks a business cannot afford to make. Just like this, because somebody has accused somebody of being a pedophile, right? And you as a parent, if you let your child go over there, whether you believe them or not, you can't take the risk, because if they are and you knew it and you sent your child over there, now you're complicit, right? You just injured your child, especially if they were, because now they're fooling around with your child and you knew it before you sent them over there. You cannot risk it. I'm sorry. I get your point, but I personally would not be willing to risk my business or my business reputation because I need a seasoned worker. I'm sorry. That's just not a good enough in my opinion. That's my opinion. So I just think that that's really, really bad. I also think that, I'm kind of upset. Many of you guys know with Ronnie Lawson. I just think that he needs to have better training. He needs to train his law enforcement officers better, and he needs to apply the law equally across the board to the people that they come in contact with, which is not happening. And that is a violation of the Constitution. So Ronnie Lawson, if you're watching, I want you to start stepping up to the plate and do better. I need your officers to start doing better. You need better training for your officers. You need to explain this, and you need to quit giving people slack. If people are driving drunk, you need to take them to jail. You don't need to say, "Oh, just put it in a report and let them go." That's not how law works. We are a law and order country, and you're not keeping the law and order. You know what you're doing is you're keeping your jails from having to be overran by criminals. I get your criminal element out there, but I'm sorry, that's not my doing. You start throwing some of these people in jail, maybe they'll stop doing the stuff that they're doing. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe you need resources out there. I notice there's a lot of drugs and alcohol in your community. Start finding some wraparound services. The community needs to start working on bringing some organizations in there to help. And yes, that's true. It's okay to ask questions. Do I see the questions in here? Most likely not. I don't see the questions. I talk to you. My screen's over here. It's this way because the screen's, but but I look over here because that's where my chat is, so you guys are typing these things so fast. You guys see how quickly this chat's moving. I'm talking to you. I'm not reading these chats. That is why I tell people that are in here, if my mods can answer the questions for them, to answer the questions for them. So you guys don't get frustrated, but I don't really look at the comments here. I can't. And why can't you look at the comments? Why can't you read this information? Why can't you do that? I can't do that because I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you about my experience. And a lot of the stuff I don't want to read. Because it's trolls. It's people that are trying to trigger me. I don't care. We're setting the tone for everybody's day here in a drama-free way. We want to talk about the case. And then you got people being, jackasses. Like, I don't have time for it, right? Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the coffee club. If you haven't got your cup of Joe yet, please go away and get your cup of Joe. We don't want you here half asleep like me. I got my cup of Joe, but I'm still half asleep. I won't be on here for too much longer. Let me just go through my stuff. Let me get down here. I see that somebody has super stickers and possibly a super chat. I want to make sure that we Look at that. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for your love and support. We do love you. We appreciate you. Oh, truth teller, thank you for your super sticker. We appreciate it and love you too. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Margaret, if anybody knows me, I am not the court of law. I'm not a juror. I don't believe in innocence until proven guilty until you get to that aspect. Because if all law enforcement and all investigative journalists applied this, we would never have one person in jail until they were convicted by a court of law. Sorry, it just doesn't work for me. Okay. But we do formulate opinions. We do arrest people that have probable cause. And for our side, it's about the probable cause. We're finding probable cause so they can be arrested. Then they can go to the court of law. They have the presumption of innocence until proven guilty, and that's taken care of at the courthouse. That's not taken care of by me or my team. So that's just the way it is. I say this all the time. Thank you, Mustang. Yeah. Many people have so many gifts that they just spoil on tattletaling and stirring the pot. It's like you guys just used half of that energy toward good and toward the victims. This world would be so much better. But that's not their motivation. That's not their motivation is to try to take somebody down or do this or do that. You ain't taking me down. Okay, first and foremost, I do nothing wrong. You're not taking me down. Even many of us saying, "Oh, they're going to jail." Do you know how much times we have been with law enforcement in the 6 days that we were out there? The state police. If we had warrants out for our arrest, they would have put us in handcuffs and taken us to jail. We've got law enforcement literally all over our videos, which will be uploaded in the near future. And they call me by my name directly because I'm the one that coordinated with them. So if I was so scared of law enforcement, why would I do that? If I was scared I broke the law and it was going to jail, why would I do that? Why? Give me a break. And you can have problems with JLR and his past behavior, but have you looked at the dates of those past behavior? You're going to, 10 years ago? Hey, whatever. To each their own. You can have your problem with JLR. I really don't care. I love him. He is a great asset to our team. I would never in a million years distance myself from JLR, period. He is one of my best friends. I've worked with him for a very long time. And, I trust him. I trust his sense. I trust his judgment. Do we always do good? And I believe so. Has he redeemed himself? Has he tried to change his life? Absolutely. But people don't realize a lot of the stuff he did, he was an investigative journalist and a gonzo journalist. So he exposed people by putting himself into situations to expose people. What kind of stuff was he exposing? Was he trying to expose media for not doing their due diligence? Was he exposing this? So people that don't like him don't understand what he was exposing. They don't understand his kind of work. They didn't look at the background or the context in which his work was conducted in. They only looked at what they wanted to see. So you guys can have those opinions, and that's your opinion. I will always work with Jonathan until he tells me he does not want to work with me anymore. He is always going to work lock, step, and barrel with myself, period. At the end of the day, period. We work well together. We accomplish many missions. We stay focused. We drive each other to do better. And that's what we plan on doing moving forward. So don't know what to tell you. I really don't. Absolutely. 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 And he hasn't really been held accountable for those things, which is very upsetting to me. So that's what we're trying. That's what we're trying. I don't know, Lisa, if that's Tucker paving. Paving is associated with that. I just don't know. I don't. I really don't. I have not connected the dots, but there's a lot of Tuckers out there. Thank you, Lisa. You're very sweet. Thank you so much. I saw you up at the top, but I was still reading through comments. So I try to get to these comments as much as I can. I got to scroll through them pretty fast, and I try to answer the ones that I think are important. I don't even fight with the trolls anymore. I just don't. I just ignore them. There's no point. What's the point? They're a waste of space and a waste of time. We have a lot more things to focus on. I will tell you, the interview with Dudley was very eye-opening. It was very good, and I believe him. I believe him. I believe him wholeheartedly. I do. I do. Even his opinion, I respected his opinion, but we did, tell him what our opinion was. Our opinion definitely. Oh, thank you, Karen. Thank you so much for your love and support. We love you too. Thank you. We told him, that what our thoughts were, and there was some things like he thought that something may have happened to her before the 15th. I don't necessarily, but it was because of the way Don was acting at the work. I don't want to expose too much, that the interview will be coming out, but on the 14th, Don was acting. That's the day he had the Subaru, and, people at work were teasing him because he didn't come with his truck, and things of that nature. He came with the Subaru, and it was packed to the hilts with tools and stuff like that. So people were teasing him at work, making light of it. But he talked of an encounter with Don, being in the tub where he was just distraught, and that's why he thought that maybe something happened to Summer that day. I think it was because he knew CPS was coming. The condition of the house was deplorable. The living conditions of the children were deplorable. The food, the lack of food, the malnutrition of the children. I think he knew that CPS was coming and that they would most likely remove those children, especially in light knowing that, Candace's first set of children had been fully removed from her home and she was never able to get them back. So I think that was weighing heavily on his mind on those days. He himself has abused his boys. And that's from eyewitness testimony out on the jobs. His boys used to come and work with him. He used to smoke marijuana with his oldest son, Josie, at 11 years old. That one eyewitness can confirm. I'm sure he smoked with him a lot sooner than, 11 years old as well. But that's just the eyewitness's testimony was when Josie was 11. And I'm totally repulsed by that. I think that was horrible. You don't do that. No matter what you did. You don't bring your children in. If you want to do drugs and you want to do that, have that lifestyle, that's fine, but you keep your children out of it. You keep your children out of it and you don't do it around them. That's my opinion. Keep moving through here. I know I have a lot of more super chats and super stickers that were just, there we go. I don't understand why people keep asking this. I'm not going to, you guys need to go talk to Marissa. Everything's fine. I don't know why this is a big deal. I don't know why everybody is asking this question. I really don't. I really don't. I appreciate you, honey bear, but I don't understand why people keep thinking that we went out, we did a job, the mission was accomplished, it was a successful mission. Was there some things that it could have went a little smoother? Of course. I don't understand why people need to be confirmed. There's nothing going on here. I don't understand why people are making a big deal out of stuff. Yes, we did. Thank you. Thank you, Vicky. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We heard about it. We're going to look into it. We'll see. But, the whole thing, I don't know what's going on. Quite frankly, I've got text messages with Marissa in my phone. Everything. I don't understand why people are asking, is there things going on? Why would there be anything going on? Why would there be anything differently than what's been going on? We had a successful mission. We're all exhausted. I didn't even go live yesterday. I'm exhausted. I'm going to be cutting the live today soon. I've got Olivia coming over. We got a lot of work to do. I just think some of these questions are just fun funny, but ridiculous. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude. Mel, Mel. Please do a record request in Wisconsin on Candace Bly. That's all I'm going to say. What you plead to and what you can, work down, that you need to read the records. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. She has the abuse that was described by law enforcement to those children is despicable. You believe what you want to believe, but don't you dare come in here when you haven't done your work or your due diligence or pulled one record and tell me what Jonathan is supposed to be saying, okay? I tell you what, he does his due diligence. I don't know who you are, and I don't know the work that you do. We do our own. What do you mean don't believe everything people tell us? First and foremost, we do our own research. We go to the horse's mouth for information. You understand that, right? We absolutely do not believe what people tell us. That's why we work the way we work. People trust when stuff comes out of our mouth, it's truth. So do your own due diligence, because I'm telling you, at the end of all this, a lot of people are going to look very foolish. I promise you that. I promise you that. People are going to look very foolish. And, I don't know what to say. They put themselves in that particular situation. Thank you. Thank you. I personally love our team. I love every person on our team. I think they're great people. Their heart's in the right spot. We work very well together. We work very well independently as well. Through some of these things. Trying to find all these. Sorry, I'm trying to go. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Don Day. Thank you for your love and support. I appreciate it. Finally catching up on these things. Sorry if I missed some of you that have supported. Y'all need to go ahead and call and report me. Apparently, I'm the biggest bully around. I love it. People are so stupid. Jody Sue, I don't believe. I believe little that comes out of that woman's mouth. I haven't had an opportunity to meet her. Maybe my mind will change if she speaks to me. If anybody personally knows her, I'd like to chat with her. I'm not on live, of course, not on live, but I'd like to chat with her. I have some questions for her. I have some questions about that day on June 15th. So we will see. I don't appreciate her going out and putting us on blast when she didn't even know who we were or what we were doing there. Like, she's got this, like, everybody in the world believes everything Jody Sue says. Okay. Clearly they don't. Okay. A couple more in here. I wanted to. Oh, I'm already tired today. I want to go back to bed. There it is. I don't know who's timing Truth Teller out. Truth Teller is absolutely a great supporter. Truth Teller, if that ever happens again, I need the mod's name. In all fairness, there's a lot of trolls in here, and something may have been taken out of context, or sometimes these things roll up, like you're thinking you're hitting on somebody's stuff, and it rolls up, and you're hitting on something else, and they may thought they were timing out somebody else. So I do apologize. Yes, Truth Teller is a great supporter of this, and I want to make sure that all my mods know. Even if Truth Teller is a complete J-hole or A-hole one day, she supported she. I'm sorry if I don't know who you are. Has supported this team and me personally quite a bit. So I will be the only one on a few of these that will be able to time out and block. So just all of my mods stand truth teller 04, do not block, do not time out ever. I don't care if she says I'm the worst or he says I'm the worst person in the world. Sorry, truth teller, you might have to tell me whether you're a woman or a woman, but tell me, that's for me. There's certain people in here that only I want to deal with. I don't want any of my mods to deal with. This would be one of them. Donna, I don't know whether they had another child after that. I heard that in the first marriage or the first relationship where she had Candace and Andrew, that she had two other children, two other girls. It may have just been one that were previously adopted out. It sounds to me like Candace has had 8 to 10 children total, not just the 6. So I literally have no clue. I really, really, truly do not have any clue about anything. So with the other children, and that kind of information is so hard to get a hold of. So is unless somebody is in that has pictures of her being pregnant or stuff, you can't get that information. That's so confidential. It's hard to tell. So unless some people have insider information on it, you're not going to be able to know for sure. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you. We went to a lot of places, did a lot of things. Let me think of what else. I know we talked about that. We talked about the protest in front of Don's work. I'm going to be bringing out some film and stuff like that. Guys, please hit the like and subscribe button if you're not a member. You can join or you just subscribe to the channel. I love that. There's multiple ways that you can help support this channel and support me. Monthly subscription through the Join Me. You can buy merchandise from the merchandise store. You can like, subscribe, and share this channel. You can also, if you're feeling, helpful, we have Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal. 100% of the PayPal funds that I am receiving is going to the wish list items only. I'm not pulling that money at all. All the funds that are being collected in PayPal, 100% of those funds are going toward items on the wish list. So for those that would like to donate and would like to donate to the wish list, but don't want to purchase, the full price of an item, you can donate, $5, $10, $20 to the PayPal. It will, once we have enough money, it will be purchasing stuff for the wish list items. So you also have transparency and know exactly where that money is going. Keyboard warriors, you guys actually did the work. Thank you. Thank you all. We work very hard, guys. We really do. I mean, we really put our heart and soul into a lot of these, into all the cases that we do. And I just want to tell you guys, thank you so much for everything you guys do for us as well. I think that you guys are not thanked enough. I mean, without you, our jobs would be impossible. We wouldn't be able to go where we go. We wouldn't be able to investigate what we investigate. And we are so, so thankful for each and every one of you. And I just want to tell you that from the bottom of my heart. And you guys know you're part of the team as well. And I think that makes you guys feel good as well. Sorry, I'm trying to get through all these so I can get down to the... Yes, thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Sally. Thank you all. We are home safe and sound. Oh. Oh. Hold on. Mm. Okay. Thank you. I'll monitor that. That's okay. I'll go back and take a look. Thank you. But when it comes to you, absolutely, you have been very much a support. So, but I do believe it was really an accident because I've hit a button on here and tried to get something like where I got you down there at the bottom right now, and it moved up so quickly. I hit the one below it. So I'm wondering if it was just an accident. So we'll monitor the situation. That's for sure. Yeah, I believe so. I absolutely believe so. So we'll monitor the situation. I'll go back and see who it was, but I'm pretty sure that it was just an accident. But I'm sorry. At least they didn't accidentally block you. I had one person reach out. Who was it? Seven to life. Seven to life. Well, I guess that wasn't an accident. One of my mods went rogue, but Seven to life was blocked out of here. She had to reach out to me. I was on another channel, and she said, "Hey, Bullhorn, I'm blocked off your channel." I'm like, "What?" I went in there, and sure enough, was on my block list. I was actually when she said, "You'll never believe who it is," I thought she was gonna say it was me because sometimes and I can see it because I do block some people, but again, this thing rolls so quickly that I'm like, "Oh my god, I hope it wasn't me." And come to find out it wasn't, thank God. I never intentionally would do that, and I would feel absolutely horrible. I really would. Okay, let me see what else we got. I know we got just a couple new members here. I thank you all for coming and joining as a member. I really do. It was much appreciative. I'm just trying to read through some of the stuff. Everybody needs to be respectful in this chat. As you know, these are the rules of this channel. If you guys violate them, thank you, Christina, for showing your monthly support. We love and appreciate you. Um, let's see here. Jesus tried to donate and failed 3 times. Great mods. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know how you're donating. I don't know how you're donating. So maybe the mods can help you with that. But I do appreciate your love and support. I do appreciate your love and support. Thank you. For those that know, we did have a very successful trip. So we talked to a lot of people. We talked to clergy people around there as well about the situation. We talked to people that were in the inner circle of Don and Candace Wells prior to Summer disappearing. We even Dotson. We tried Dave Dotson, or I think that's his name, but Dotson. Tried to reach out to him. We spoke to his daughter. His daughter gave us some insight. Many people think he was involved, and he just wasn't. He just wasn't. I mean, everybody's trying to point the finger at everybody else, in my opinion. And again, I have never spoke to Don. I mean, I spoke to Don one-on-one on the phone for, an unprepared interview, which I think in situations with unprepared interviews, I do pretty well on, pointed questions on the spot. But I'd like to have more of a formal interview with him as well as Candace. I don't think that there's anything that they will say that will change my mind, but I'd like to question them. I'd like them to step to the plate, knowing that I am one of the biggest critics of them, and our team is one of the biggest critics of them, to step to the plate and give us a full interview. No walking away, no, pounding your feet and not answer our freaking questions. Answer the damn questions. We have questions. We have major questions for you. Things that we don't understand. And I want you to answer them. Don and Candace. I won't stream it live. We'll have the conversation. But I want the conversation to be had sooner than later. At the end of the day, it's about finding Summer. And the sooner I can put you in the at the bottom of the list, the better. Right now, you're at the top of my list. I don't think the conversation, will it change? I really don't, but I'm willing to hear you out. I want you to answer my questions. I know you watch, Don. I know you're watching. You may not be watching right now, but I know tonight you will be. Dre. Thank you, Lynn. I just saw that. Dre. Let's see what we got here. I'm going back up to see if I can find. Problem is I missed these, and you can't search these people by name. Dre, let me go keep going up. I don't think that question was for me. I didn't see a question from Dre for me. I saw it to Precious Chaos, and I don't know what the conversation's about. I'm trying to. Let me see. Oh wow, Dre. No, that's not necessary. You know, I don't know where you're, why you're so frustrated, or but no, you don't need to see in super chats to be a supporter. And not only that, you're a monthly. What's your problem here? You're on here. You're obviously a member. You joined as a member to this thing. I don't understand. Everybody has their own way. I've been very clear about everybody that supports in their own way. Some people are able to support financially. Other people are able to support by feeding us information. Other people are able to support, by sending, liking, sharing, and subscribing to this channel. I mean, there's so much ways to support us, and we're appreciative of everybody's support. I don't understand the question, and I don't understand why you're being nasty like that. It's never been about that, and you're a member of this channel, and I don't know why you would think that about me. So I don't know why you're being rude to me. I just got back from a trip, being in the freezing cold weather, getting rained on, looking for a 5-year-old girl out in 30-degree below weather. Hold on a second. But anyways. All right, guys. I just want to tell you, we love you. We're going on 2 hours. I appreciate all your love and support. It was a very successful trip. We got a lot done. Tomorrow, I will be in the office. I'll hook up. I'll go through my video and see what I want to share with you guys tomorrow. Please stay tuned. I'm kind of excited. We did a lot of work. Oh, okay. All right. I got it. Yeah, I was that. Okay. Yeah, I did get that. I think it was an accident, but that's okay. All right, guys. So anyways, you guys have an amazing day. Rock your day out. I know there's over 1,000 people here. We got almost to 1,100. That was a great morning, a great meeting. I hope you guys all learned to tune in to the coffee club. We really try to keep it real here. We try to keep it as drama-free as possible. And we really do love and appreciate all the support we get from you guys. You guys are part of the family. You're part of the team. And I hope you guys do feel that. At the end of the day, these are real life stuff. So we're not going to agree 100% of the time. We're just not. But you have to support the mission. If you care about these cases, and you really love what we're doing, even if we don't agree 100% of the time, hopefully you agree that this kind of stuff needs to happen, that our missions are good, that our hearts are in the right place, and that we keep forging forward despite the hate. Even the haters, we pray for you. Many people know I'm a God-fearing woman. I try not to perpetrate the hate myself. Sometimes I get down in the gutters. I try not to, but it happens. But at the end of the day, I really pray for you. I pray for you to have a kinder heart. I see things a little differently. You may support the Wells. You're entitled to do that. I'm also entitled not to. They have done nothing but cause suspicion in my mind about their guilt. The people that I've spoke to that have firsthand knowledge, not hearsay, firsthand knowledge of the conduct that goes on at the Wells, the Dirty Wells compound, helps formulate my opinion. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. So anyways, you guys go make it a great day. I want you to tell you guys, God bless. Please like, subscribe, and share my channel. If you guys want to support, there's many ways to support. You can support by going to Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal. Right now, as I'm saying, right now for probably the next 30 to 45 days, 100% of PayPal money will be going toward wish list items. They 100% will be going toward wish list items. Of course, you have the super chats, the super stickers, monthly join subscription fee if you'd like to join us monthly to help support us. And if you'd like to get something for your money, you can also support us with our merchandise. Merchandise supports this group. We get a portion of the profits, and you get a product in return that's Bullhorn Betty, a Bullhorn Betty product line. I am going to be coming up with a Say What's line. I haven't started designing it yet. Say what? So we're going to be coming up with that line. We do have the, the coffee club. We got 2 options for coffee club. We got the whole Bullhorn Betty line out there. So guys, go out there and, get yourself a product, support the group, support my channel, Bullhorn Betty, with some merchandise. We have so many ways. Send us tips, do some research. I mean, there's a lot of people that are on fixed income that can't support us financially. They can't afford to buy a coffee cup or a tumbler from the merch store, but send us, emails with look here and look here and look here. That's support, guys. That's support. That's stuff that we cannot do, or we don't have time to research, that you guys are helping take that load off. That's real help. So we appreciate all the support that we get here at Bullhorn Betty, every bit of it. And we appreciate every bit of it as well. So with each of you, God bless. You're beautiful people. Go make today awesome. Go make today awesome, and tune in tomorrow morning for some more coffee club time with me. Have a great day. I'm going to let you guys say your goodbyes, and then I'll kill the feed.